Hey there, you are watching Success Wave. This video is about Nikola stocks. If you don't want to miss out our videos, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to get notified every time we post new videos. Nikola issued a lengthy defense of its strategy as the electric truck startup and General Motors continued talks on manufacturing partnership with a deadline looming. Nikola stock bounced. Shares surged 14.5% to close at 20.48 on the stock market today. Nikola stock has lost nearly 2/3 of its value since the GM deal was announced, undercutting the 10- and 40- week lines. Tesla rose 2.4% with CEO Elon Musk sounding bullish on Q3 deliveries due soon, and GM gained 3%, bouncing off the 50-day line. It's no secret, Nikola, Wall Street's former special-purpose acquisition company darling, has turned into a wreck for buy and hold investors. Shares of the hydrogen fuel cell, big rig and pickup truck outfit resurfaced as a repackaged SPAC back in early June in the mid-$30. The stock breathtakingly traded to $94 in 4 sessions on the back of a risk-on environment in full swing, aided by its marketing and promotion-savvy founder and CEO Trevor Milton. It has been all downhill for bullish NKLA investors ever since. Just 1 session removed from its all-time low of $16.15, shares of Nikola have lost 82% of their peak valuation. What has gone wrong with Nikola investors? On Tuesday, Nikola announced a partnership with General Motors Corporation as part of the deal. GM took a $2 billion equity stake in Nikola. In exchange of the equity, GM agreed to manufacture and supply components for Nikola's debut electric pickup truck, which is called the Badger. GM is also going to provide fuel cell and battery technologies for the Nikola semi-trucks that will be built at a factory based in Coolidge, Arizona. GM is not actually injecting any cash into Nikola as part of the deal. GM is going to license technologies to Nikola and manufacture the products. As part of the deal, GM has the right to nominate one director to the company as well. The cost reductions will also be carried through Nikola's programs like the Nikola Tray, Nikola One, Nikola 2, and NZT as well. Through the agreement, Nikola will utilize General Motors' Ultium battery system and Hydrotech fuel cell technology, representing a key commercialization milestone for General Motors. General Motors is going to be a subject to a staged lockup provision beginning in 1 year and ending in June 2025, and General Motors will engineer, homologate, validate, and manufacture the Nikola Badger battery electric and fuel cell versions. Nikola is one of the most innovative companies in the world. General Motors is one of the top engineering and manufacturing companies in the world. You couldn't dream of a better partnership than this, said Nikola founder and executive chairman Trevor Milton in a statement. By joining together, we get access to the validated parts of all of our programs, General Motors, Ultium battery technology, and a multi-billion-dollar fuel cells program ready for production. Nikola immediately gets decades of supplier and manufacturing knowledge, validated and tested production-ready EV propulsion, world-class engineering, and investor confidence. Most importantly, General Motors has a vested interest to see Nikola succeed. We made 3 promises to our stakeholders and have now fulfilled 2 of the 3 promises ahead of our schedule. What an excitement announcement. The agreement with Nikola is extending General Motors' utilization of its fuel cell technology to the Class 7x8 semi-truck market and represents a high-volume commercialization of its leading Hydrotech fuel cell system and complements the company's battery electric propulsion. And fuel cells will become increasingly important to the semi-truck market because they are more efficient than gas or diesel. GM also sees additional growth opportunities in multiple transportation, stationary, and mobile power end markets. General Motors' Ultium battery technology roadmap includes silicon anodes and lithium metal anodes, which will improve vehicle range, affordability, and reduce dependence on rare and costly metals. Plus, it is already demonstrating automotive-grade durability and significantly higher energy density. This strategic partnership with Nikola, an industry-leading disruptor, continues the broader deployment of General Motors' all-new Ultium battery and Hydrotech fuel cell systems. explained General Motors Chairman and CEO Mary Barra. "We are growing our presence in multiple high-volume EV segments while building scale to lower battery and fuel cell costs and increase profitability. In addition, applying General Motors' electrified technology solutions to the heavy-duty class of commercial vehicles is another important step in fulfilling our vision of a zero-emissions future." As of June 3rd, CNH Industrial N.V.'s Iveco held a 6.5% stake in Nikola, and Iveco has an agreement in place to set up a facility for Nikola in Germany to build battery electric semi-trucks. Short seller accuses Nikola of deception. Nikola's stock price dropped over 10% after Heidelberg Research published a report about the company lying about its technology. It's worth mentioning that Heidelberg Research reportedly owns a short position in Nikola's stock price, so it would benefit from a decline in the share price of the company. The lengthy report published by Heidelberg is detailed with screenshots and information questioning integrity of Milton. "We have gathered extensive evidence including recorded phone calls, text messages, private emails, and behind-the-scenes photographs detailing dozens of false statements by Nikola founder Trevor Milton. We have never seen this level of deception at a public company, especially of this size," says the Heidelberg Research report. What are the accusations that Heidelberg Research is presenting? Heidelberg Research alleges that Nikola's electric and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles were designed in a way to make products appear fully functional but do not actually work. And Heidelberg Research claims Nikola staged misleading videos and has been telling dozens of lies about the capabilities of its products and the partnerships in place. "Nikola has been vetted by some of the world's most credible companies and investors," said Nikola in response to the report in a statement to Bloomberg News. "We are on a path to success and will not waver based on report filled with misleading information attempting to manipulate our stock." Milton said that the report lies and was a hit job. Milton said that he would provide a detailed report to address the one-sided false claims. In its report, Heidelberg stated that it believes GM was pressured to make a deal with Nikola due to pressure from a relentless Tesla rally. Here's what the report says. Unlike Nikola, Tesla develops extensive proprietary technology which cuts many traditional automakers and suppliers out of its picture. The astronomical rise in Tesla's valuation has pressured other auto companies, like General Motors, to unlock similar value from the ongoing EV wave. In August 2020, analysts from Deutsche Bank and Morgan Stanley pressed General Motors to spin off its electric vehicle business, stating that such a move dedicated to EV could be worth up to $100 billion. NKLA stock downfall. What began as a profit-taking in June turned quickly into a bearish correction as investors collectively reassessed Nikola's success in manufacturing fanciful hype rather than physical product. It wasn't until earlier this month that conditions turned epically bearish. A 1-2 punch of an initially well-received but quickly questioned $2 billion partnership with General Motors, followed by a bearish analyst note from short seller Heidelberg Research warning of NKLA's history of lies, deception, and outright fraud, sent shares plunging, but the nail in the coffin for many Nikola investors was news this past week. Trevor Milton was stepping down as CEO. Intended to instill confidence, the move severely backfired as shares plunged 43% to new lows. Investors may be fearing the departure is an admission of guilt that won't be easy for the company to move past. At the same time, NKLA's insider CEO transition to board member and former GM vice chairman Stephen Gursky may have also spooked shareholders wanting a fully neutral industry veteran as Nikola's new head. Nikola and Tesla do share a certain bond beyond the name. Considering the seriousness of the allegations levied against Milton, it's not exactly fair to compare Tesla, a considerably tangible brand, to Nikola, which is still working with prototypes. However, the two stocks do share a common mission leading into 2021, prove they've grown into their new market values. For Tesla, it's mostly a matter of making good on its promise to eventually sell a $25,000 EV. But Nikola must now rely on the size and scope of its deal with GM as well as the strength of its management post-Milton. It also isn't exactly clear to what extent the Milton scandal will affect Nikola's overall brand. To make matters worse, Wall Street isn't exactly convinced Nikola can do it. According to Barron's, Wedbush's Dan Ives announced his bearish outlook on Nikola's stock this morning, the first industry analyst to label it a sell. Ouch. Nikola stock daily price chart. Given the extreme relative weakness this past month and plunge of more than $75 in stock price since its June peak, if nothing else, a swing trade position for a bounce would look approachable. But Nikola is not a typical growth stock that simply hit an unusual volatile bump in the road. Bottom line, a failed technical bottom twice over on the NKLA price chart isn't good. More importantly, an unclear scandal at the top. Technology still deserved of a spectacle eye, and hefty $7 billion charged to fill up on shares leaves room for yesterday's pump to yield additional dumping. Unlike earlier this month, that's not a sell recommendation. Given Nikola's continued off-the-chart volatility, even placing a limited and reduced risk bearish option strategy is a ride investors might consider reserving for a future pickup. Traders continue to reject Nikola stock following the departure of its founder Trevor Milton, with shares in the electric vehicle rogue now trading 80% below its record high set in June. Nikola stock opened Thursday trade at $18.10, down 47% since Milton's resignation just 4 days ago. In terms of market value, traders reckon Nikola is now worth just $6.91 billion, 1/5 of what it was at its peak. Tesla, the original EV company named after the famed inventor, is also struggling to maintain value. Elon Musk-led car maker has shed more than $126 billion from its market cap since its record close on August 31st, representing more than a quarter of its value. Unlike the hubbub swallowing Nikola, a lukewarm response to Tesla's Battery Day presentation on Tuesday seems the most likely culprit for its recent 15% share price slide. Still, there's no doubt that both EV stocks have been incredibly volatile. At their all-time highs, Nikola's and Tesla's share prices were up to 810% and 480% respectively for the year, and have both dropped considerably since their peaks. But even with an abdicating founder, Nikola is still in the green for 2020. In fact, the company's share price is still roughly double what it was at the start of January. That's it for this video. What's your opinion about investing on Nikola stocks? Let us know in the comment box. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.